We're all trying to grow our businesses, all trying to build their channels. And one person in particular, I don't want to throw out their name, I don't want to throw them under the bus, but one of the persons, we'll call him Tyler. That's actually his real name, so fuck that up.
We're about to get started. So first, I just want to welcome everybody. My name is Mike. Really, I'm the event coordinator. Really appreciate you guys being here at the Renegade Summit in Toronto. You guys are going to learn a lot today. There's going to be a lot of really awesome speakers, people that focus on business, relationships, fitness, and overall want to contribute to your life success and personal development goals. Now, we're going to get a welcome from Brandon Carter, who's here. You just went. Does anybody want to see Brandon Carter? Anyone want to see him? I didn't hear that. Who wants to see Brandon Carter?
Yo, this shit is lit. I don't even know where to stand. Damn. Toronto came out. This is dope. So today, you heard of Honest Signals? Yeah, it's like a self-improvement dating company. They're gonna be here and they're gonna speak. And then we got my man. Have you guys heard of kid, man? He became pretty popular recently. Grego Gallagher. You guys heard of him? There's another fella. Have you heard of Vince Del Monte? You know, I wanted to get Canada's best out here, man. A lot of people don't know that. Elliot Holst was like part of Vince's mastermind like 10 years ago. He learned from Vince how to do that shit. And I learned from Elliot, and it's like, he's like the godfather of the online fitness business shit. Like, he was one of the first guys on the internet really making money. Dr. Testosterone is coming. So he's gonna come here, let's explain you guys how to optimize your testosterone levels. Right now, I like to bring to the stage, the word sidekick gets thrown around a lot. He's somebody who could be like a fucking huge star, you know, on his own, and he was. He saw what I was doing with Bro Labs, and then he helped me take it to the next level. I wouldn't be where I'm at without Brian's help. Same way Jordan never won a fucking championship without Pippen. So I'd like to bring him to the stage. I forget what he says he's gonna talk to you about. I know it's gonna be awesome. So let's bring my man.
But I'm sitting on my couch with my dog. We're watching The Price is Right with Bob Barker. And we get a phone call, and I couldn't be bothered, man. I was guessing the prices accurately. We get a phone call, and my brother picks it up. I hear him talking on the phone for a while. I think it's one of our aunts. That was it. And then a few minutes later, I hear, and I'm like, what in the fuck is happening right now? My brother kind of had an attitude problem, still does to this day, but it's under control. So I just thought he was mad at something, right? He's just banging on the wall, just throwing his attitude around. And so I called up to him. I was like, Greg. No response. Silence. So again, I was like, Greg. Silence. So I'm like, what the f-? And my dog, his ears are up, and we're like, what is happening? So we run upstairs, and I find him up against the wall with his head cocked. His eyes are rolled back in his head. He's chewing on his tongue. And he was non-responsive. I was like, Greg, what's going on? Pulled him away from the wall. He just laid there. Shortly after that, ambulance arrived, and they took him to the hospital, and he was fine. They had to give him some sugar. That's all he needed, man. He was having a low because his body does not produce insulin. That experience really awoke me to be interested and fascinated by biology, by how fragile we are. I think it shaped who I am today, because ever since then I've been so inquisitive in regards to health and fitness and biology. So that's kind of how I found my passion for what it is we do now. If you guys are anything like me, don't feel bad. Don't think that there's not time still to discover or to go after your passion, because there is. And serve others, man. That's been one of the biggest things that's helped our business, is just looking in partnerships too, like looking to do things for other people.
All right, Jason, what do you think about the Renegade Summit so far?
It's been awesome. There's been a lot of people out, a lot of good energy here. We got tons of awesome speakers. An experience like this don't come too often, so I had to come down here. I'm all the way from Hamilton. so it's 1 hour away, so I had to come.
First of all, Brandon was hilarious, as seen on the videos. Like, I totally enjoyed the first speakers, definitely. And yeah, man, I really wish that the rest of Toronto was here to kind of witness the best speakers of Toronto. Like, where are you, Toronto? $97, dude, to be able to be around these people, I would pay more. Like, I actually am thinking of doing the dinner thing because it's just one of those things that you don't get every day. I mean, these guys are living their dream, doing the things they love, and getting paid for it. How many people do you know who are not living that dream? So if you want that, you definitely should try your best to be around these people. That's what I do.
Yo, I'm in Toronto running through the 6 with my woes. This is how it goes. I'm here to talk about confidence. Raise your hand if you want to, you could benefit from a little boost of confidence, right? In anything, a job interview, dating girls, or, you know, just looking at yourself, loving yourself in the mirror, or whatever that looks like. All right, cool. Fun fact, the word confidence comes from the Latin word fidere. Who knows what it means? Okay, I'll answer for you. To have complete faith and trust. It's not just about, you know, some people say confidence is all about competence. Yes, but that's only one eye open, you're perceiving it. Because I know a lot of people who are competent, very skillful, but they still feel like they're not worthy to get that promotion or go up to that girl, even though they have the goods. So you need both in order to receive that value. So let's dive in now. You remember, your confidence levels are influenced by where you derive your sense of value. There are 3 rings where you can get that sense of value. 3.
All right, Dave, what do you think about the Renegade Summit?
Yo, it was such an awesome experience to be here, to meet Brandon, talk to Vinny, Yaya, all the speakers were amazing, and I've taken up so much information. It was such a great experience to be here. And the money that you're gonna generate using the information you've learned here is crazy. Like, anybody who's thinking about it, stop thinking about it, just do it.
How many of you guys know what copywriting is? The guy's coming up stage next. He's $1 million copywriter. He's wrote ad copy for Ty Lopez. What he's gonna talk to you guys about is how to stop trading time for money.
How many of you here are in that position right now where you're working a job, like a 9-to-5 job, but you're thinking about, okay, I want to transition to doing my own shit, to do my own thing where I can have my own online business or my own, you know, stream of revenue. What do whores do? They trade their time for money, right? They say, you know, give me, X amount of money, and I'll give you 2 hours of my time, and, you know, I'll give you some bonuses and stuff like that, you know. But it's all about being a whore, because at the end of that time, they're walking out the door, and unless you give them more money, they're not gonna stay, right? So that's kind of like working a job. It's like working a 9-to-5 job where you show up, you get paid by the hour. But if you can do one thing well, or one thing that's better than most people do, then you can get paid. And for me, that was writing.
What do you think about the Renegade Summit, Bobby?
It was awesome, man. Learned a lot today. It was a load of fun. All the speakers were amazing. Great time.
It was so much value that I feel like I got literally 20 times more than what I paid for.
So this next speaker is from a YouTube channel called Honest Signals. He's gonna teach you guys how to be more successful both in life, in your relationships, and in business. So I'd like to welcome Austin from Honest Signals.
First, I want to thank Brandon Carter and his crew for orchestrating this huge event. I mean, this is fucking awesome. It's so important if you want to be your best, you want to be successful, to get around other people like this. So just being here, it's going to be good for you guys. So round of applause for you guys for being here. You can't have a positive life with a negative mind. So if you have a negative mind, you're going to close yourself off to meeting certain people. You're going to repel certain influences. Even an event like this, you'd be like, why should I go? Am I really going to learn that much? Like, is it really going to be worth it? Do I really want to invest that kind of money?
This is what I want to talk about today, essentially. Freedom, okay? What does freedom mean to you? Exactly. Living on your own terms. All right, doing exactly what you want to do. We are taught to accept mediocrity as the norm. So you essentially have to carve your own path in life. Find your own niche, find your own audience, find your own market, okay? Find your voice, your element.
All right, PB, what did you think about the Renegade Summit?
I absolutely loved it. I thought it was worth more than the money I paid for. Actually better than I thought it would be. Like, it was more exciting, you know, more engaging. I like the people and lots of the guest speakers I loved as well. And yeah, it was great fun overall. And I also got to bring a friend with me, right? Even better. We're 16, right? We seem like we're like the youngest guys here, you know, so anyone can bring it.
I want to bring another guy to the stage. A lot of my fans are like, hey man, you should do something with Kinobody. You should do something with Gregor Gallagher. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is a Kinobody? But I like it, you know, no one knows what it means. It's provocative. I'd like to bring to stage my motherfucking little brother, Greg old motherfucking Gallagher.
One of my favorite moments is in Fight Club, when Tyler Durden pulls out Raymond out of the convenience store, and he knows that this guy's probably smarter than he gives himself credit to. He's working some job, and his whole life is going to shit. And so he pulls him out there, and he pulls out a gun, and he holds it to his head, and he says, Raymond, what do you want to be? And he's just like, oh, I don't know, like, please tell me. But then finally, he's like, I want to be a veterinarian. And then Tyler Durden's like, if you're not on your way to being a veterinarian in 1 month, you will be dead. And that's like the fucking mindset people have to have. It's like, fucking put the gun to your head. What are you trying to accomplish? Again, this stuff isn't that hard. We have this grandeur idea that we have to do all this stuff. There's a million things need to be done to become successful. It's literally one fucking thing, and then one fucking thing, and then one fucking thing. But everyone gets stifled like, oh, it's so much, it's so hard. I gotta create the name, the website, then this and that. It all happens one at a time. It's so simple.
This should be a priority over other like sources of knowledge, because this knowledge is applicable in life and you're gonna need it to become successful, like these guys over here that are helping to speak, like Brandon. Definitely way more value given than we had to actually pay for. I'm telling you. Definitely do it, fuck with it, go hard.
What I really want to touch on is how to change your brain. I was on this path, and you know what's interesting? It's like how brainwashing works, right? Society's gonna brainwash you, and what's interesting is that you're gonna be going on this path and you're gonna be actually happy. Full on brainwashing, get fucking good grades. Dude, my dad, when I was a kid, and I'd be like studying and I'd be tired, he'd come up to me and say, I want you to study so hard, it's like the armies of the Prophet fighting in the name of Islam. I was like, okay, I'm very good academically, I'm very good sort of presenting science to people, but I'm not very good socially. I would be sitting there and I would want to interact with girls. Don't read stuff all the time. Don't be theoretical all the time, because dude, I spent my entire life being theoretical. So I was like, fuck all that, man. I need to take action, action, action. No one's unique. We're all human. We all have the same problems. You know, I used to have this victim mentality that, yeah, man, my fucking parents, no, my parents didn't do shit. It was me. It was my fault. The way I interpreted my religion or the way I interpreted my parents, it's my fault. Don't blame anyone ever. No victim mentality ever. Everything is in your fucking hands.
Josh, what did you think about the Renegade Summit?
Oh man, I thought the Renegade Summit was awesome. It was a lot of information, and it's going to be really helpful to progressing in business, progressing mentally as as a person. I enjoyed it, man. It was definitely awesome. Worth the $100 I spent on it, even more.
Knowledge is not enough though. Y'all gonna have to take action. I'm gonna teach you what it, but you gotta take action, man. You can read a book about swimming, but you ain't gonna be, able to swim until you get in the water.
I got a lot from it so far. It's still going on, so I'm really happy. It's worth like literally 10 times as much, like 10x. I would recommend it to everyone, like anyone that's looking to go to the next level, learn what their weaknesses are and how to maximize and take advantage of life. They should come to the next one. Yeah, for sure.
It was great. It's worth more. It's amazing. Like for $97, you get a life-changing, seminar, and 6 hours, right? So 2 to 8.
Yeah,
so 6 hours of content for $97.
I have a mentor who I pay like $1,500 a month just for like a 1-hour consultation call. That guy went to Vince Del Monte's mastermind like 10 years ago.
All went from 6 figures to 7 figures within the next 2-3 years after
that.
It's like the mafia, all right? You let certain people in and you keep other people out. And all you need is 3 to 4 guys. And you will find these guys in a room like this. So what I'm telling you guys, when you come to events like this, you shake hands, you buy each other drinks, you stay in contact with each other, and you build real relationships. It was rooms like this where I met guys who were heading in the same direction as me, and we said, hey, we're running the same race. We're gonna run at the same pace. The finish line is the same distance, is the same place away. Let's run this race together. We're all trying to build this online business together. And we said to each other, let's work together as a team. You guys know the definition of team? Together, each achieves more, all right? Together, each achieves more.
It's important that you get your money shit under control, because I didn't have a lot of money then, so it's making me do things I didn't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Lack of money is like bondage, right? Or it's like, it'll make you do things you want to do. Or how many of you ever worked a job you didn't want to work? Yeah? It's because why you do that? Because you needed fucking money, right? It forces you to do stuff you don't want to do, man. Sorry you had to go through that. But if you got enough money, it's what? Freedom. You start with almost nothing. You start with almost nothing. This guy, he lives in fucking India, and he had me coaching him on how to build a business. He's got this shit to making $3 grand a month. Now, I know that might not be crazy money to y'all, but in India, that's like $1 trillion.
43 young, ambitious men in their mid-20s who are trying to get clarity on their mission and their path, which is tough to do in these days, because a lot of people are just hanging around with, frankly, losers, guys that are settling for less than the norm, average mediocrity. And he's bringing guys here in one room who are ambitious and who want to do something with themselves, who want to make a name for themselves, and want to gain skills to build an online business. And I'd recommend this event to any guy who knows that they're destined for more than the norm. Somebody who doesn't want to, punch the clock 9 to 5. Somebody who doesn't want to, wake up to an alarm clock. Somebody who has a passion in something, who has an expertise in something. Somebody who's credible on a topic that they can help others in. And somebody who wants to essentially productize their knowledge.
People that are action takers. People want to change their life. People that don't want to accept the status quo, and they're really, really determined to take control of their life. Maybe, improve their social life. Maybe they want to build a business, and they want to be around like-minded people. They want to have someone that can help teach them and show them how to do that. And they want to, just make awesome friendships and connections.